know what I'm giving, have pulled it out, put my gloves on, got the right syringe. Come on. Clean it off with alcohol.
Needs a new pair of shoes.
That's right. A little dice. And your sub-Qs are probably going to be 0.5 or below when you give your injections. Some of them will be up to 1 milliliter. You probably would rarely give 2 milliliters of fluid, because think about that, into a sub-Q space. So it's going to be 1 milliliter or below. I'm going to pull 5 milliliters, or 0.5 or half a milliliter up. So I'm going to inject the air in, and make sure you leave it like this so you're putting the air into the empty space, not into your solution, or you'll have air bubbles. And I'm just going to pull back and put it in like that. Your needle always has air in it, no matter what. And so see, I've pulled up a little extra. I'm going to do like that. I've got a couple little bubbles. So I'm going to do that. And go ahead to 0.5. Okay? And this one I drew up in the patient's room, so I'm not going to recap my needle. So I'm going to use the back of the arm, so we'll pretend this is the back of the arm. So what angle would I probably want to use there?
45.
Yeah, most people you use a 45. And so I don't know if we can.
What if you grabbed, if they had 2 inches to grab, couldn't you use the 90?
Mm-hmm. Okay. You could. So I'm not going to poke you. Put the thing back on you, just in case. Oops, there. Okay, so I come down, I get this. So you take your alcohol again, and you clean out in the circle. And before I do the alcohol, I like to press down and blanch where I know I'm going to put it. I don't know, to me that gives me a good target. Such a habit. Such a habit. I'm sorry.
You're only hurt for a minute. It'll be okay. a little prick with the needle.
Yeah.
Like, why is everybody holding their breath?
No. And so hold it. You want it to go in at this angle. And if you're going 90 degree in here, you were going to do it more like a dart. Bevel up, and it's just a quick zip. In. Do I aspirate? If no. Yeah. And so then I go ahead and inject. I put my gauze or cotton ball here and pull out quickly. And you can rub up a little bit. I never vigorously rub my sub-Qs. There's really not much reason to. It distributes it through the tissue. You'll see varying things. So it's what you become comfortable with. So I'll actually inject. I'll show you a 45. So 45 is actually just tipping that needle up like this and pinching up a little bit, zip, just like that, and you give it out. Sorry. They must still be waterlogged from last year, these poor little things. So if I were to give it the 90 degree angle in the arm, I would pinch up, zip it in there, give it, pull it out, wipe it. Now, in the abdomen, I'm going to give the heparin injection, and next week we'll practice with some heparin vials so you can pull up actually units of. So start in the center. Remember the umbilicus is here, and you come out 2 inches on either side. If they're getting a lot of injections, you can kind of go up to this quadrant, down to here, as long as you stay within 2 inches. Okay, I'm going to pretend I got fluid in there. So you pinch up like this, down, you give it. With heparin, go slow, because if you just squirt it in like I just did, you're going to cause them to bruise. Oh, put the camera away.
There's a slideshow next year.
And so then you inject very carefully. And when you're done, out. And what I will do when you guys begin to inject, if you're kind of like, you're one of these that come, I'm going to have your hand, I'm going to go boom with you. Don't tease them. Get it in there and get it done.
I'm worried I won't pull hard enough the first time.
How hard do you go? Because on that
How
video,
deep do
it
you
looks
go,
like
or do
she's
you have to
gonna
worry
knock
about
him
your
off the
feet?
That's why you practice on these. About as hard as you push on these, that's how hard you have to push.
Not like that video.
No,
She's
you
gonna
don't have
push him
to.
off the table.
That's going to hurt. No, that's going to hurt them.
Can't you break a
Think about
needle?
You only do that if you don't like them.
I know. But the trick is keeping your bevel and to just learn the quick zip like that. They never feel that. They really don't.
Nuh-uh. They always said, oh, you a little hard to feel. Yes, huh, you do too. Bigger heads, they do, you feel it.
Then they better get better at
felt
it.
it.
I know. They better get better at it.
I felt it.
Let me try. I think I can give you one you would feel it. No, just kidding. But that's the trick, because sometimes when it hurts is when you kind of go in and it's like, and then you push it in a little further. You want to smooth. And so that's what we'll go for. When you started the Real People, we're going to grab your hands and make you go smooth and quick. It's probably not so much on your sub-Q and intradermal. It's when the IMs is, and sometimes you're not the only one trying to do a running shot. The patient is too. And a lot of times it's because a lot of your IM medications hurt. It's the medication that hurts. It's not them putting the needle in. It's the medication going into the tissue that hurts. Okay. So I'm going to save the insulin demonstration till next week because I want you guys to spend some time drawing up insulins, giving the insulins.